and welcome back to Good Day Northern Michigan. The Human Nature School in Traverse City was created to foster a deep nature connection and human development within our community. And here with us to discuss all Human Nature School has to offer is Sarah and Michelle. Welcome to the show. Tell me a little bit about the Human Nature School. And I think the name kind of, gives some context clue into it, but really, what it's all about.
You want to start?
Sure. The Human Nature School is an organization that does programming for people of all ages, but especially kids, age 6 to 12 currently. And we try to foster a deep nature connection so that kids become fluent in their place and comfortable living in nature.
I love that.
Yeah.
Especially here in Northern Michigan, there's so much nature to take advantage of, no matter the season. So how big is the school, and when it comes to students and staff, and what does that look like?
Can you do that one too?
Yeah, well, when you say school, it conjures up the idea of a building. There's no building.
Wow.
The Human Nature School is an organization.
Okay.
And all programming takes place outdoors.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So what are the numbers currently, Sarah?
Our homeschool program, we have about 20 children that participate. During summer camp, we have, I think last summer they had about 100 children that came through.
Wow.
But this summer we are trying to make it a full summer program, so there'll be 10 weeks of camp, and we're going to try to have 2 locations. We have 2 beautiful places. We use the north at GT Commons, the historic Barnes Park, and then we have a place that we call the south at Optimist Land, which is near Chum's Corner, and they're both beautiful. So we're hoping to get children to those 2 places.
So when it comes to like the curriculum and what's being taught during this, I know there's probably a wide range of things, but kind of break down and give people an idea of like what they can expect from it.
Sure. So depending on the age of the participants, we do everything from wandering and free play with careful instruction about hazards and risks that kids might encounter outside so that they can have a free, safe, and positive experience, all the way through advanced plant ID, tracking,
Shelter building,
fire knife
starting.
skills, fire
Wow.
starting.
Yeah.
We have a series of what we call core routines that we do with every program. And probably the most important of those is one that we call Sit Spot, which is just a practice of sitting outside in nature for as long or as short as they can. And if there's one thing we try to make sure that they come away with from the program, and there's a lot, but if I had to narrow it down to one, it would be having a spot that they return to on the regular to sink into nature and become aware of what's going on all around them when we stop causing disturbance and just become part of the environment.
Do you find that students kind of struggle with that mentality just to go out there and sit? I think all of us probably do to an extent, especially with having a phone always at our hands or always something to distract us. What is that like? What do you see from students in that?
I'm new. I started as director just last September, and I got to be the substitute teacher for about a month because our other teacher was traveling. And so I was really impressed and surprised by the amount the children loved their sit spot time. So they would actually go find their own place just to sit, watch bugs, insects, birds, and then come back and report, oh, I saw this, I heard this. Because so often when they're in the group, they're not able to really see what's around them. And when they were just on their own, they could do it. So I was impressed, and it was a beautiful moment. For me, as well as the teacher, it was a great time just to sit near the cedar trees, hear the creek, and just connect with nature. So.
And I'd love to know, like, from the beginning of the year till, is it a year long?
It is. So we have children in the snow tomorrow.
Amazing.
We'll have children in the snow.
So from the beginning of the year until the end, do you see like a visible shift in students of like, like when you're in nature, it's peaceful, it's calming. I feel like having students in that year round can be so beneficial just for their state of mind and their peace and, anxiety. Yeah. Do you see a shift from students at the beginning of the year to the end?
Absolutely. And the programs themselves aren't a year long, but there are plenty of kids who do participate in all seasons of the year. And over the course of a season, over the course of a program, over the course of a kid's lifetime for some who have been with us since they were 6 years old, for example, and are now teenagers, there's a profound shift in anybody that spends more time outside. Yeah.
I love that. That's so
Yeah.
important. And you have partnerships with a lot of different groups, like Northern Michigan Homeschool Partnership, Great Lakes Stewardship Initiative. Tell us a little bit about these partnerships and the influences that you have.
Well, right now we're working mainly with Seeds organization and also with Optimist Club, just as our hosts for our places. So they provide space for us so we can have a lower fee for our families to participate so that kids can come. We also have scholarships that are provided for those families, but those two organizations do allow us to be there. And it's very, very nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're very beautiful places, so it's nice.
And I would just love to know why you think that this is important, you know, this aspect, because it's kind of unique, you know, it's not, you don't find this everywhere.
I'm going to address that one because I'm a school teacher.
Okay.
So last year was my perhaps last year in a classroom for a while. And the children weren't getting outdoors. The children were kept inside all day. They had 20 minutes to go outside. And having this as my passion and having this as a route for me as a child getting outdoors every day, I know that kids need it. So we're trying to go beyond our homeschool program right now, and we're trying to get into the public schools. So we're trying to get into the
Yeah.
TCAPs to get kids outside during the school day, but to also provide an after-school program so that kids can get outside and just be kids and have fun and enjoy nature.
That's so important.
They don't get to do it when
Yeah.
they're inside all day.
Absolutely.
So
So-
actually, can I give a little
Yeah,
shout out?
absolutely.
That we're actually looking for sponsors right now that
Okay.
might want to help with scholarships for summer,
Yeah.
since we are doing that 10-week session
Yeah.
where we have multiple parents that are asking for scholarships. We are looking for community support.
Awesome. We'll make sure to have more information on our website.
Thank
And
you.
if people want to learn more about the Human Nature School,
Yes.
how to sign up, get more info, see if it's right for them,
Yeah.
where can they go? Who can they contact?
Humannatureschool.org. We have information about our upcoming teen program, which we're getting back out of hibernation. We have a forest kindergarten program starting up that we're getting out of hibernation. And of course, we have our regular homeschool program that goes throughout the year with our root students. But we're really hoping to get more programs going in the schools
Absolutely.
so they can go online to check us out.
Awesome. We'll have all the information on our website at 910news.com. Thank you so much, Sarah and Michelle from the Human Nature School, for joining us.